much for being here. We'll get started in a comfortable seat on your chair with your eyes softly closed or your gaze lowered, whatever works best for you. Right away, just begin to relax your body. Bring awareness right into this space. During our practice today, we'll work on being fully present, free of outside distractions, commitments, responsibilities, anything that is taking place outside of this space. You have the next 60 minutes to be completely free from all of it. Bring your awareness to your breath. Don't change it just yet, just listen. Notice how it feels, how it sounds with each inhale and exhale. Breath slow and steady. Is it shallow and fast? Begin to deepen your breath with a full breath in through your nose. Fill all the way up. And then slow exhale out of your mouth. Do that again. Full breath in through your nose. Slow exhale out of your mouth, side away. Continue with your breath. Now check in with your body and notice what you feel. Do you have any areas that are maybe sore, tired? Just be mindful of those spaces as we move and take modifications as you may need. Take another full deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. And exhale out of your mouth. Now, if you'd like to engage your Ujjayi Pranayama breath, gently touch your lips together. Take a breath in through your nose. With your mouth closed, breathe out through your nose. Take a slight restriction at the back of your throat, like you're fogging up a mirror. This will change how your breath feels as it leaves your body, changes how it sounds, and it'll begin to build heat from within. Ujjayi Pranayama is a fantastic way to maintain focus. So if you notice that your mind is starting to wander as you move through your practice, just reconnect with this breath. Take another full deep breath in. Breathe out. Now release your hands down by your sides. Gently flutter your eyes open. Take a big breath in, reach your fingertips up high. And exhale, touch your hands together, drop them down in front of your heart as you exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Release your hands down by your sides. Big inhale, breathe in, reach up. Touch your hands together, exhale, breathe out. Let's do that again. Release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, big breath in. Touch your hands together, drop them to your heart, breathe out. So nice. Release your hands down by your sides. Now find a nice tall seat. Inhale, pull your shoulders up towards your ears, shrug them in tight. And exhale, press them back down and away. Let's do that again. Inhale, breathe in, shoulders up. Exhale, press down and away. We'll do that a couple more times as we begin to waken up the upper part of our body. Inhale, breathe in, shoulders up. Exhale, press your shoulders back, open your chest, release. Again, one more time. Inhale, pull your shoulders high. And exhale, release them down. So good. Now release your hands out in front. Keep that long, tall seat. Pull the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. Now pull your belly in and up towards your rib cage and drop your shoulders down your back. Pull your shoulders back into their sockets. You look fantastic. Big breath in. Open your hands really wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And exhale, close your hands forward and dome out your spine. Keep going. Inhale, big breath in. Press your chest out. And exhale, reach your hands forward, dome out your spine. Big breath in, open wide. Exhale, breathe out, bring your hands in front. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, breathe out. Good job. Now take your hands out to a T and face your palms to the floor. Spread your fingertips really wide to activate the muscles in your arm. Keep your core firmed and nice and tight. Pull your ears away from your shoulders. Now press your heart forward just a little bit to pull your shoulders back. Take a big breath in. Exhale, reach your fingertips over to the right. Now press down through your left foot. Keep your core tight. You've got it. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. If you ever notice you're holding your breath, gently release it and breathe in. Good job. Now a big breath in. Come back to center. And exhale, lean over, reach over to the left. As you breathe, press your right foot down. Keep your core pulled in tight. Spread your fingers wide. Do you feel your arms working? Yeah. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release your arms down. Roll your shoulders out. Release that muscle action. Takes a little bit of muscle action to hold our arms out like that. Doing some upper body work today. Nice work. Take your hands onto your lap. We'll take some cat and cow. Big breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, cat pose. Dome out your spine and guide your hands toward your knees. Big stretch. Tuck your chin if it feels okay in your neck. Stay and breathe. Find that big stretch between your shoulder blades. Now inhale, cow pose. Draw your hands back toward your hips and press your chest forward to open your collarbone. Stay right here and breathe. Press your feet down. Push your heart forward. Pull your shoulders back. You've got it. And we'll flow breath to movement. Exhale, cat pose. Breathe out. Inhale, cow. Pull your heart forward. Exhale, cat. Round out your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Press your heart forward. One more time through. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, relax. Keep your tall seat. Take some movement, whatever feels good. Shimmy out your hips, relax your shoulders. How you doing? Good. Doing okay? Good. All right. Take your hands up to your sides. Kind of incorporate our lower body next. Inhale, bring your hands out in front. Exhale, keep that tall seat. Press your feet down. Now inhale, reach your hands wide. Exhale, bring your hands in front and lift your right knee towards your chest. Gently squeeze your knee towards your chest. You may need to scoot forward in your chair just a little bit. Release, breathe in, open wide. Exhale, bring your hands forward and squeeze your left knee towards your chest. Good job, release, inhale, reach wide. Exhale, reach forward, squeeze your right knee in. Release, inhale, get big. And exhale, bring your hands forward, capture your left knee, squeeze it in, compress that joint, lower down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, bring your hands forward, squeeze your right knee in, compress your hip joint, release your foot down. Inhale, reach wide. And exhale, bring your hands in front and hug your left knee in nice and tight. Good job, release down, big breath in, get big. And exhale, release everything down. Pull out your shoulders, take some movement again, release all of that muscle action. Good job. Find a nice tall seat. I'm going to scoot forward in my chair just a little bit so I have a little more room because we're going to take this into our sun salutation A, Siri Namaskar A. We do this usually every practice. Release your hands down by your sides. Find a nice tall seat, like somebody has a string attached to the top of your head and they're gently pulling on it so you have a nice long spine. Now press your feet down into the floor. Check that your knees are over your ankles and point your toes straight forward. Now wrap your outer rib cage in toward the midline of your body. You'll feel all of these muscles in your midsection turn on. Pull your shoulders back, so nice. Inhale, seated mountain pose, reach up. Stay right here and breathe. Keep your feet pressed into the floor. Keep your core firmed in nice and tight. Relax your shoulders down. Now friends, anytime our hands are above our head, we can always bring our hands to our heart if that feels better in our shoulders. So do what feels best in your body, okay? Big breath in. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Reach up and over with your left fingertips. Release your right hand down. Palm face in, stay and breathe. Now press your left foot down into the floor and guide your right shoulder forward just a little bit. Keep your core tight. Big stretch along the side of your body. Take a big breath in. Fill in that rib cage, the center of your body. That big joke. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Reach up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Release your left hand down. Palm face in. Reach up and over with your right fingertips. Now press your right foot down. Notice what you feel in your body right now. What feels like it's stretching? What feels like it's strengthening? What muscles are working and what muscles are opening? Inhale, seated mountain pose, reach up. And exhale, tap your hands on your back, like you're patting yourself on the back, telling yourself, good job. Point your elbows forward, keep your core nice and tight as you breathe. Press your feet down. Now, option to stay right here, option to press your heart forward a little bit to take this into a back bend. So nice. Inhale, seated mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, seated forward fold. Bring your hands through your heart and place your hands on your knees, your shins, or your ankles and hinge forward. Whatever works best for you. Now, friends, remember, if blood pressure is a concern where you get dizzy, if your head goes below your heart, I suggest keeping your hands on your knees and keep your head lifted above your heart. Otherwise, feel free to fold forward, release your low spine, relax your neck, relax your arms. Continue to breathe. Now inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins or your knees and breathe right here. Press your feet into the floor. Now press harder into your heels to lighten your toes. And pull your shoulders back and pull your shoulders around your spine. You've got it. Lift your ears away from your shoulders. Take your gaze to the floor just ahead of you to have a nice long neck. We have a super long spine here. So nice. Strengthening the muscles in our back and in our core. Big breath in. Exhale, release, fold forward. Now inhale, slowly rise. Guide your hands over your shins, around your knees, back towards your hips, and then roll out your shoulders twice. That feels good. All right, so we'll flow that breath to movement now that we know where we're going. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, seated mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Exhale, pat yourself on the back. Option to press your heart forward. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hug your belly in tight as you hinge from your hips. Release your hands to your knees, your shins, or your ankles. Release. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands into your legs. Pull your shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise. Lift your torso. Keep your core in tight and use the strength of your back to lift your body and roll your shoulders up. Good job. Let's do it again. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Exhale, pat yourself on the back. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hug your belly in tight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Slowly guide your hands around your shins, your knees, and roll out your shoulders. Fantastic. Are you starting to feel a little more awake? Do you feel your blood flowing? All right. Fantastic. Let's release our hands down by our sides. We're going to take this into a Sun Salutation B, a Surya Namaskar B. I just have to look to remember exactly what we're going to do. All right. Let's do this. Ready? Release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, seated chair pose. Hinge forward from your hips and reach your hands forward. Now, option here, you can have your hands right in front of your shoulders. You can reach them high, or you can have your hands at your heart. Take a variation that works as you breathe. Now, press your feet into the floor. Kind of hug your inner thighs toward one another. So turn on the muscles in the outsides of your hips. Pull your belly in and up towards your spine. Relax your shoulders down your back. Now maybe turn your pinkies in. That'll turn on the muscles in the backs of your arms. Did you feel those turn on? Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms. Keep your chest low and sweep your fingertips back behind you. Breathe as you reach along through your fingertips. Press the backs of your hands toward the ceiling and pull your pinkies toward one another like there's a rubber band around your pinkies. Keep your belly in and up. Take your gaze to the floor, maybe about, maybe 8 feet in front of you. Keep a long spine. Now inhale, seated chair pose. Reach forward again. And exhale, forward fold. Guide your hands through your heart. Bring your hands to your knees, your shins, or your ankles. Release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So nice. Now tee out your arms, space your palms to the floor, engage your core, firm it up. Inhale, slowly rise. And then exhale, slowly rotate your heart over to the right. Keep your wrists in line with your shoulders, a long spine. You got it. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, rotate your heart over to the left. Magnetize your inner thighs together. Lift long through the crown of your head. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release down. Good job. Roll out your shoulders. Let's move that breath to movement, really working our core in that sequence. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, seated chair pose. Hinge forward, reach forward. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, seated chair pose, reach up. We're gonna airplane our arms again. Exhale, airplane your arms. Keep your core tight. Yes, Sheila, you look good. Inhale, seated chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, hands to your heart, your knees, your shins, your ankles, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Create a T with your arms. Pull your core in tight. Inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, rotate your heart to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release down. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. Inhale, seated chair pose. Hinge forward, reach forward. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, seated chair pose. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, seated chair pose, really working our core. Exhale, seated forward fold, hinge from your hips. Hands to knees, shins, or ankles. Inhale, halfway lift. Really lift through the top of your head. Exhale, fold. Tee out your arms. Inhale, slowly rise. Pull your belly in. Exhale, rotate to the right. Hug your inner thighs together. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release everything down. Shake it out. Nice work. How you doing? All right, help yourself to a little bit of water if you need to. We're going to work a little bit of our lower body before we stand up. Grab my water bottle.
Mine's in the car too.
Yes. The day to forget your water bottle, I guess. All right, so let's go forward in our chair just a little bit so we have a little more room for our lower body. All right. And when you are there, keep a nice tall seat. Wrap your core in nice and tight. Relax your shoulders, but press your heart forward. Now we're going to activate our lower body just with some heel taps on the right. Bring your foot back, and then on the left. You've got it. Keep going. Right and left. Just breathe at a pace that works with your movement. Keep your belly nice and tight. Pull the top of your head high. Yeah, nice work. Maybe can you lift your knee a little bit higher as you tap your foot out. Activate your quadricep muscles in your legs. Yeah. Keep going. Flex your toes as you come forward and back. You got it. You're here for 3, 2, 1 more. Now keep your right leg out and take your hands and clasp them underneath your thigh. Just gently lift your foot, roll out your ankle. Go the other way, switch it out. That feels so good. I don't know about you, but I don't realize how I really need that movement in my ankle. All right, then become still. Let's point and flex. Really activate our calf muscles. Flex, point, flex, point, and flex. Nice work. Now release your foot and guide that knee in towards your chest. Give it a big squeeze. We're compressing that hip joint. Compression of your joints can help keep them healthy. helps to get the fluid nice and keeps the fluid going and helps to stretch out those tendons that tend to get tight. Okay, now gently release your knee. Now your option is just to hold your knee right in front of your body. Keep your core nice and tight. Otherwise, if you like, you can take and flex your toes toward your shin and then maybe open up your inner thigh toward the front of the room. Keep a nice tall seat. You'll feel a little bit of a stretch in that hip. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release your foot down. Nice work. Let's do some more heel taps. Start on the left first. It's left and right. Left and right. You've got it. Left and right. Left and right. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back to the left leg. Straighten it out. Flex your toes to your shins. Take your hands underneath your thighs. Engage your core. Lift your knees. Just take some of those ankle rolls again. Notice how this side feels compared to the other. Which one felt tight? Which one felt tighter? And change direction, go the other way. Which one makes more noise? My right one makes more noise than my left. Okay, then become still. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point, flex, point, flex. I love your toenails, Sheila. They're nice and bright again. All right, now hug that knee nice and close to your chest. Compress that joint. Sit nice and tall. Firm up your belly. Now take a big breath. An option is to keep your knee in front of your body, or if you like, you can begin to open it up. Open your inner thigh toward the front of the room. Keep that nice tall seat. Feel that stretch in your inner thigh. I feel it in my quadricep muscle too. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release your feet down. Now toe heel your feet out nice and wide. We'll take a seated forward fold. This always feels really good. All right, once you toe heel your feet out, take a quick peek and see if your knees are over your ankles. And if they're not, you might have to just kind of bring your feet in or out a little bit more so that things line up. And a nice tall seat. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, hinge forward. You can keep your hands on your thighs or your knees, whatever feels good. Now breathe. Take your gaze down to the floor just ahead of you. Keep your core activated. Now let's stretch on your inner thighs. Yeah, it's a big one. Inhale, rise all the way up. All right, friends, take an exhale, stay tall. Now we're gonna do that again. We're gonna add in that optional shoulder dip. So if you'd like to do that, feel free. If you'd like to just hold the forward fold, that's an option too. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, get long. And exhale, hinge forward. Now breathe. You can stay right here. Or if you like to try the shoulder dip, take a big breath in. Inhale. And exhale, drop your right shoulder between your thighs. Take your gaze over your left elbow. Continue to breathe. A little bit of a stretch in your back, thoracic spine. All right, inhale, come back to center. And exhale, switch, drop your left shoulder, rotate your gaze over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And rise all the way up. Good job. All right, now, let's take and come to the center of our chair. Actually, we're gonna come forward a little bit. We're gonna set up for a warrior 2 pose. We'll go through some reverse warrior and extended side angle. So what we're going to do is take, and I'm gonna come forward in my chair a little bit so I have a little bit more room for my legs. Normally we kind of are a little bit farther back. Let's try coming forward. I saw a demonstration on this warrior 2 in a different fashion than what I'm used to seeing. So we're gonna try it out. Take an option that works for you. So I'm gonna come a little bit more forward in my chair so that kind of my right thigh and my left butt cheek are on the chair. It gives me a little bit more room to drop this left leg out and extend it back. So what I'm going to do is just take and place my right thigh onto the chair, toe heel my foot so that my ankle's right underneath my knee and point my right toe directly at the wall. And then straighten my left leg back behind me and then press to the outside edge of my back foot. If this doesn't feel good to you, you can always extend your foot and place it where it feels most comfortable for you and your hips. Find a variation that works. Looks good. All right. Now take your hands on your rib cage and rotate your heart toward the front mirror. Yeah, you've got it. Keep your core nice and tight. So our chest is rotated toward the front mirror. Now extend your arms out so that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Now if this feels okay in your neck, you can stay right here, or if you like, you can take your gaze over your right middle finger. Stack your shoulders right over hips. You all look fantastic. I wish I could take a picture of you right now. Keep that nice tall seat and breathe. Reach long through your fingertips, but relax your shoulders down. Now spread your fingers a little bit to activate the muscles in your arms. Inhale, reverse warrior. Relax your left hand down behind you and reach your right fingertips up high. Now option, if this does not feel good in your shoulder, you can always just drop your arm and reach over and just rest your hand on your opposite shoulder. If this feels good to you, reach your fingertips high, maybe slightly back. You're gonna feel a big stretch probably in your side body, maybe in your inner thigh or outer hip of your back leg. And take your gaze where it feels breath best as you breathe. You can take your gaze up or down, wherever it feels good. Take a big breath in. And exhale, extended side angle. Bring your right elbow to your right thigh and then bring your left hand up behind you. Again, option, anytime your hand is above your head, you can always bring your hand to your opposite shoulder. If that feels better in your shoulders. Now option to have your hands straight up with your wrist in line with your shoulder, or reach your fingertips up and over. Another option is to take your hand behind your head and direct your elbow toward the ceiling. And then kind of pressure your elbow into your inner thigh to rotate your heart around and up. This will give you a little twist if that feels good in your body. Looks fantastic. So nice. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, extend your arms out. Big breath in. Exhale, release everything down. How did that feel? All right, reset yourself up. Is it too much of a stretch in your hip?
Kind of.
Okay, so maybe try bringing your foot a little bit farther forward.
Okay.
So it's a little bit less of an angle, and see if that helps. We'll try it again. See if you notice a difference. Okay, so set yourself up with your warrior legs, and we'll flow this breath to movement. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, warrior two, reach your fingertips high. Exhale, keep a long spine, reach long. Inhale, reverse warrior, right hand up, left hand back. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow down, left hand high or behind your head. Inhale, reverse warrior, switch out your hands. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, release everything down. Nice work. Bring it in. Did that feel a little bit better?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. Yep, sometimes it's just finding a different angle and make a little bit of a modification. And one side will probably feel different than the other. Let's try it on the other side. So this time we'll rotate our left knee to point toward the left wall. So your ankle is underneath your knee, your toe is pointed directly at the wall. I'm going to come forward in my chair so I have a little bit more room for my right thigh. And then extend my right leg long behind me. Now you could have if you have it where it feels okay in your body, you could extend your leg all the way back. If that doesn't feel good, come forward until it feels good. Yeah, Mike, that's a big stretch. You're on it.
This one works good, this one
Yeah.
doesn't stretch.
You have a little bit more mobility in that left hip. He's got like the perfect wide open stance in his warrior. It looks fabulous. I don't even know if I can go that wide open. All right, so find a spot that feels good for you in your hips. All right, now take your hands on your rib cage and just direct your heart to point toward the front mirrors. You've got it. And then extend your wrists out long, wrists in line with your shoulders. Now you can have your gaze forward, or you can take your gaze over your left middle fingers. Keep a nice tall seat, direct your shoulders right over your hips. Breathe. Keep your belly nice and tight. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Relax your right hand down and sweep your left fingertips up high. Breathe. Relax your right shoulder down away from your ear. Maybe take your gaze up or direct your gaze wherever it feels good in your neck. Big stretch in your side body. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your left elbow to your left thigh and then sweep your right fingertips up high. Now, option again here. You can have your wrist straight up in line with your shoulder. You can reach it up and extend it over your head. Or for a little bit deeper stretch and a twist, bring your hand behind your head, direct your elbow toward the ceiling, and maybe rotate your heart up toward the ceiling. That'll give you a little bit of a stretch in your spine. Make sure you're breathing. So nice. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Stay tall. Inhale. Exhale, release everything down, shake it out. How did that side feel compared to the other? Do you notice a difference? I know Mike said he does. Do you notice a difference from one side from the other? Yeah, I know I do too. All right, let's flow that just like we did the other side. So find the warrior two legs that work for you. Rotate your heart toward the front mirrors. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, stay tall. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep up. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow down, right hand high. Inhale, reverse warrior, switch your hands. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, release everything down, step your feet together. Nice work, shake it out. That was some big movement. All right, find a nice tall seat. We'll take a gentle twist. Keep your knees forward in front of you, so your knees are in line with your hip, your ankles are underneath your knees, point your toes forward. We'll take a really simple twist here. Take a big breath in, lengthen your spine long. And exhale, just walk your hands over to the right. Press your feet into the floor, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. Direct your belly button in and up to help you deepen your twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, rotate your heart over to the left. Keep that long spine. Big breath in, come back to center. And then exhale, relax. All right, friends, help yourself to a little bit of water. And then we'll stand up and do some standing yoga before we finish out our practice. We got quite a bit of time yet, so you're doing good. How are you doing? Doing okay? All right. Let's go ahead and stand up. And we'll just come behind our chair. So once you're there, just kind of shimmy out your hips. Do something that feels good. Get some movement. Lower body. Maybe kick your bum with your heel. All right. All right. So come behind your chair so that you're within arm's width distance of it, but you have room to move. And then take your feet about hip width distance apart. We'll take mountain pose first. So take your feet about hip width distance apart, parallel the outside edges of your feet. So point your toes forward and relax your shoulders down your back. Now options for your arms, you can have your hands at your heart or you can extend your fingertips high. So inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Stay right here and breathe. Now press your feet down into the floor and then energize your thighs. Squeeze your thigh muscles really tight to the bone. Give your butt a tiny little squeeze. Yeah. Pull your belly in nice and tight. So firm up those core muscles. Relax your shoulders. Maybe turn your pinkies in. See if you feel those muscles turn on. Nice adjustments. I saw everybody turn their pinkies in. So nice. Big breath in. Exhale, side bend to the right, just like we did when we were seated. Release your right hand down. Reach up and over with your left fingertips. Now press down through your left foot and direct your shoulder a little bit forward toward the front mirrors to square your chest forward. So nice. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Switch your hands, reach up and over with your right fingertips. Send your hips over to the right. Guide your left shoulder forward toward the mirror just a little bit. So nice. Inhale, mountain pose, stand tall. Exhale, pat yourself on the back. Maybe guide your elbows and send your heart up for a little bit of a back bend. Continue to breathe. You feel a stretch to the front line of your body, a bigger stretch than when we were seated. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, guide your hands through your heart. Big breath in. Exhale, release your hands down. Shake it out. How did that feel? Okay. All right. So we are going to take and add on to that. And we'll start on the right side. So we're going to take it into a star pose and a horse pose. So inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, a little back bend. Pat yourself on the back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, equal standing pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Now inhale, star pose. Step your right foot out and reach your fingertips high, like a big star. Now direct your toes out and your heels in. You got it. Looks good. Now, as you breathe right here, remember friends, you can always bring your hands to your heart if that feels better, in your shoulders. Now press your heels into the floor. Pull up on your kneecaps just a little bit to keep a micro bend in your knees. Point your tailbone down. That'll lengthen your lumbar spine and activate your core. Relax your shoulders, but reach long. So nice. Now big breath in. Exhale, horse pose. Sit your hips low and guide your hands to your heart. Now option here, you can always use the chair there for balance if you like. You can bring your hands to your thighs if that feels better, if you feel more stable. Now as you sit here, just maybe shift it side to side just a little bit to open up through your hips. Direct your weight into your heels so your toes are alight. Point your tailbone down and lift tall through the crown of your head. Push your heart towards your thumbs. Yes. Now become still. We'll take this into some sumo squats. So inhale, press up, get tall. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, press up. Exhale, sit low. Keep your core nice and tight. It'll help with your balance. Inhale, press up. Exhale, sit low. One more time. Inhale, press up. Exhale, sit low. Now inhale, star pose. Press up, reach wide. Point your toes forward. Exhale, equal standing pose. Step your right foot in to meet your left at the center of your, I was going to say the center of your mat, but behind your chair. Come back to center, shimmy out your hips, let it go. All right, so we'll move all of that breath to movement. We'll take out the squats, and then we'll add on to that. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, equal standing pose. Inhale, star pose. Step wide, get big. Direct your heels and toes out. Exhale, horse sit low. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, equal standing pose. Come back to the center behind your chair. Bring your hands to your heart. Release it down. Nice work. All right, so now we're going to add on to that. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, equal standing pose. Inhale, star pose, step your right foot out. Reach high, heels and toes out. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, equal standing pose, shift your weight back to the center, step your feet together. Nice work. Now inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Now sweep your fingertips back and sit your hips low. Yes, you've got it, Sheila. Ruth, looks good. Now rock your weight into your heels. Point your tailbone back behind you. That'll lengthen your lumbar spine and turn on all of those core muscles. Now squeeze your pinkies toward one another, just like when we were sitting in the chair earlier. And press your heart forward to broaden through your collarbone. Take your gaze out just ahead of your chair. So nice. Inhale, chair pose. Reach your fingertips high, but keep your hips low. Press your heels down and pull them apart to turn on those outer hip muscles. So nice. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, mountain pose, stand tall. Exhale, equal standing pose. Nice work. Do you think we can put it all together? Let's try. We'll see if I can remember it. Here we go. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, equal standing pose. Inhale, star pose. Step your right foot out. Direct your heels and toes out. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, equal standing pose behind your chair. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, chair pose. Keep your hips low, reach up. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Stand tall, reach high. Exhale, equal standing pose, release down. Nice work. Good work. All right, so we're not done with that yet because we kind of need to equal it out on the other side with a step out to the left. So we're gonna do it again, but since we all know where we're going, we won't set it up. We'll just have the step out, but we will add the squats in the first run through, okay? Ready? Here we go. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, equal standing pose. Inhale, star pose. Step out with your left foot. Direct your heels and toes out. Reach wide. And an exhale, horse. Sit your hips low. Again, settle in nice and low. Maybe skate it out. You can have your hands at your heart. You can have your hands on your chair. You can have your hands on your hips. Whatever feels best for you as far as stability. Now become still. Take a big breath in. Exhale, stand tall. Inhale, lower. Exhale, stand tall. Inhale, lower. Press your heels down. Pull them toward one another to turn on your inner thighs. Keep going. Keep your core nice and tight. We have 4. Just 3. 2 more. Nice work. Get low. 1 more. Nice job. Sit low. Inhale, star pose. Reach up. Direct your toes forward. Exhale, equal standing pose behind your chair. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, chair pose. Reach up. Sit your hips low. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Stand tall. Exhale, equal standing pose. Shake it out. Good job. You doing okay? It's a lot of moving, isn't it? A lot of muscle action. We'll do it one more time without the squats to the left. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, equal standing pose. Inhale, star pose. Step out, heels and toes out, reach wide. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star pose. Point your toes forward. Exhale, equal standing pose. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, chair pose. Keep your hips low. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Stand tall. Exhale, release your hands down to your heart. Shake it out. Nice work. Good job. All right, let's take a standing forward fold. Take your feet out really wide. And this time, we'll parallel the outside edges of our feet. So point your toes forward. Your toes are right in front of your heels. Keep a little bend in your knees. Hug your inner thighs toward one another. Press to the outside edges of your feet. You've got it. My favorite cue, pull up on your kneecaps. Find a nice tall spine. Take a big breath in. And exhale, shift your hips back. Your weight is in your heels. Keep your chest lifted. Breathe. Hug your inner thighs together. You've got it. Inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, shake it out. So you know that's layer 1. We'll add on. Big breath in, get long. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, send your hips back. Breathe. Your option is to stay here. Option to airplane your arms. Sweep one hand back and then the other. Option, stay right here and breathe. Squeeze your pinkies together. Reach long through your fingertips to broaden through your chest. Inhale, slowly rise. Reach for your chair. Exhale, shake it out. Layer 2. All right, friends, we'll take it to layer 3 and 4 next. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Option to stay here and breathe, or option to inhale. Exhale, reach your fingertips back, airplane your arms. Option to stay right here, or option to inhale. Reach your fingertips forward, one hand and then the other. Stay here and breathe. Option to stay here, or big breath in, lift your chest, extend your thumbs to the ceiling. Breathe, hug your inner thighs together. Keep your core nice and tight, reach your fingertips long, but pull your shoulders down your back. So nice. Can you lift a little bit higher? Yes, I saw all of you move. You're here for 3. Release your arms down in 2. And 1, inhale. Exhale, release your hands down, stand all the way up, step your feet together, shake it out. Fantastic work. I feel like we are holding that a lot longer than we ever used to. Good job. All right, let's do a little bit of standing balance, which is always fun. So we're gonna stay behind our chair. So you're there within an arm's reach of your chair. And we'll start on the right-hand side. So you can have your hands on your hips if you like. You have the chair there for balance if you need it. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Now your right knee will lift up. Are you ready? Inhale, one leg mountain. Option to bring your hands to your heart or extend your fingertips high. You have the chair there for balance. Lift your left knee up off of the floor. Now you can have it, your knee in line with your hip. You could have it low. You can have your foot just hovering. Do what feels good to you. Nice work. Now any variation of your hands. You can have your hands on your chair. You can have your hands on your heart, on your hips, or you can reach your hands high if you like. Nice work. You're here for 3. Lower your foot down in front of you in 2. And 1, reach for your chair and step your right foot out ahead of you. Now take a big step back with your left foot. Check that your toes are all in their own lanes. We'll take pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Parallel your chest with the floor. You've got a big stretch for your front leg. You have a tiny bend in that knee or more, whatever feels good. Now gently pull back on your right hip crease. That'll deepen your stretch. Continue to breathe. Inhale, slowly rise. And then exhale, step your feet together. Shake it out. All right, let's do it on the other side. Ready? So find a position behind your chair where you can lift your left knee. Keep your core nice and tight. Again, options for your hands. Hands on your chair, hands on your heart, on your hips, at your heart. I'm forgetting my body parts now. Do what works for you, all right? And you can change at any time throughout this posture. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, one leg mountain, your left knee lifts. Now you have the chair there. Lift your left knee up so your foot is off the floor. You've got it. You can have your hands on your hips, on your chair, at your heart, whatever works. Find your balance. Keep your core nice and tight. Pull up on your right kneecap. Keep your belly nice and tight. Relax your shoulders. Now option, again, to have your hands on your chair. Good job. You're here for 3. Lower your foot down in front of you in 2. You got it. Keep going. And 1. All right. Step your left foot in front of you and then big step back with your right foot. We'll set it for pyramid pose again. Check to see that all of your toes point forward and they're all in their own lane. So if you're in front of the mirror, you should be able to see both of your legs. All right. Keep a micro bend in your standing leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine long. And then exhale, hinge from your hips and bow forward. Parallel your chest with the floor. Now pull your left hip crease up and back to deepen that stretch behind your leg. Big breath in and out. Breathe into that stretch. You notice the difference from the left side to the right side to the left side? Yeah. One side's probably a little tighter than the other. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, soften your front knees, step your feet together, shake it out. Fantastic work, friends. Do you have any postures you want to do before we sit down? All right, no suggestions. Let's have a seat. You're all stretched out already. All right, so once you come to your chair, we're going to take seated crescent lunge just to give us a little bit of a stretch in our front hip flexors. And so let's take and rotate our heart over to the right. And then take a 90-degree bend in both of your legs. We do this one quite often. So your right knee is on the chair, your right toe is pointed toward the right wall, your knee is right over your ankle, and then your left leg, you might have to adjust yourself in your chair so you can drop your leg over the front of the chair. Your knee is in line with your hip, and then your hip, you have about a 90-degree bend in your knee. Find a nice tall seat. Now you can have a hold of your chair for balance. If you like, you can have your hands at your heart. Big breath in. And then exhale, lean back. Press the ball of your back foot down into the floor to deepen that stretch through your hip flexor. Again, remember you can always have your hands on your chair. Continue to breathe. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, this time lean forward. Keep your core nice and tight. This will compress that front hip joint. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, release everything down, and we'll switch sides. Let's rotate over to face the left. Our left thigh is on the chair, our right leg is dropped over in front, 90-degree bend in both legs. Option for your hands, you can hold onto the chair, you have your hands on your heart, on your hips, whatever you like. Inhale, get a long spine. And then exhale, lean back. Press the ball of your right foot into the floor to activate that muscle and deepen the stretch in your hip flexor. Go to a depth that feels good to you where you're still stable. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, hinge forward. Got it. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release your hands down. Let's face the front of the room and take seated figure 4 pigeon pose. So we'll start on the right. Lengthen your right leg long, and then options, cross ankle over ankle. If you have a block, you could rest your foot on the outside of the block, or reach down and capture your ankle, place it above your knee, and allow your knee to fall open. Now, if it feels okay to you, you could add a little bit of pressure to that stretch just by placing your hand right on top of your knee and adding just a little bit of pressure. Now, inhale, lengthen your spine long. And then exhale, hinge forward from your hips, like somebody has a string on your chest that they're pulling. And breathe. Nice full breath. Inhale, sit tall. And then exhale, cross your right knee over your left. Like you're sitting cross-legged in a chair, which you are. Find a nice tall spine, take a big breath in. And then exhale, walk your hands over to the right for a seated twist. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, take a quick counter twist over to the left. Inhale, face front. And then exhale, release your right foot down to your mat or your floor, and we'll switch sides. Straighten your left leg, and then option to cross ankle over ankle. Place your foot on the outside of a block or reach down and capture your ankle, cross it over your knee. Find that nice tall seat. Allow your knee to fall open, and then option to just add a little bit of pressure, maybe with your hand if it feels okay in your hip. Inhale, lengthen your spine long. And exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Keep a nice flat back. So pull your shoulders back. Take your gaze out ahead of you to the floor. And breathe. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cross your left leg over your right, thigh on thigh. Lengthen your spine long, inhale. And then exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Spiral your belly button in and up to help you twist. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, just a quick counter twist over to the other side. Inhale, face front. Uncross your legs, place the sole of your left foot onto the floor. Point your toes forward, take your knees right underneath your ankles. Now reach back and capture the outside edge of the chair for camel pose. Inhale, get a long spine. And then exhale, press your heart forward. Bring your shoulder blades to wrap around your spine. Maybe take your gaze up if it feels okay. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, release, and have a comfortable seat in your chair for final relaxation. So you can come all the way back in your chair if you like and rest your back onto the chair. You can take any kind of variation in your seat that you like. Let go of any muscle tension, relax your shoulders, and maybe close your eyes or lower your gaze. Maybe face your palms up to receive energy or place them down on your lap for grounding energy. Again, once more, bring awareness to your breath so that you're fully present in this space. Just like we began our practice, check in again with your body. Notice what you feel now. What feels different from before we began? Do you feel more open? Is it easier to relax? To fully soften. Notice if you're holding any muscle tension anywhere, and just allow those spaces to soften and relax. Soften the muscles in your face. Release your jaw. Relax in your shoulders. Soften your hips and your legs. Notice if you have muscle in your hands that are flexing and holding your fingers open. Just allow them to soften. Once again, bring your awareness to your breath. Notice each inhale and each exhale. You can remain still in your Shavasana a little while longer if you like. If you are ready to be guided out, begin to invite some small movement back to your body. Maybe touch your thumb to each of your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Gently turn your chin from side to side. Make your way to a tall seat in your chair. Relax your shoulders down at your sides. Take a big breath in, reach your fingertips high. Allow your palms to touch and exhale, guide your hands in front of your heart. Now we've spent the last 60 minutes spending time turning inward and focusing on just the space that we are in, connecting with our breath and our bodies. One final way to connect with your present self is to touch your thumbs to your chest and detect your heartbeat in your chest. The simple act of bringing your awareness to your pulse instantly snaps you into the present moment. And we'll close our practice with a breath together. Exhale all of the air from your lungs. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, we go forward to seal our practice perfectly present. Namaste.